Good day, Posha Nation. Welcome to another Saturday Night Live with me, yours truly, Posha Malcolm. If it's your first time, welcome to a place where your story matters, your joy is welcome, and your presence is a blessing. If you're returning, you already know that I love and appreciate you. Welcome, one and all. Bring your positive vibes and let's connect. All right. Our affirmation for 2026 is grounded in purpose, covered in grace, moving forward in faith. So, grounded in purpose, covered with grace, and moving forward in faith. How are you doing? How has this week been for you? Let me know in the chat. You can put a face to tell me how you have been doing, an emoji. Yes, you can, give me a one word, whatever it is. If you want to explain, if you want to tell me a story, what happened this week that you want to share, please put it in the chat and let us talk about it or just acknowledge it. Okay? Wonderful, wonderful. I want to give my usual shout out to my members. Thank you so much for being a part of the Posha Nation. And I'm asking others who joined me that my membership is open for 2026. You can click on the link that is say subscribe and beside it is say join. You can click on that and join. We have different price ranges that you can choose and we start at $1.99. Okay, so you can join the Posha Nation family and you'll get loyalty badges, custom emojis, member shout out, like I'm going to do, and exclusive and early videos and members only live. And I normally do that members only live the last week of each month. I'm going to put in the chat also the link that you can join. So shout out, shout out. What would I say? To my members. Yes, I want to pick up my members. Thank you so much for always supporting me in a financial way. I appreciate it a whole lot. So we have Bobby 2, CC1234. She actually did a live this week, 2 lives, and she did one today. So you can check out that live on her channel and let her know that Posha Nation passed through. So we have Bobby 2, CC1234, and we also have a D64 plant-based skincare, and this is the brand. A D64 plant-based skincare. We are only plant-based, and we're online. We actually have a sale going on right now, so you can check it out, and it's at d64.com, and you will find our products right there online. And we ship everywhere. So that's adiz64.com. And we ship everywhere. In the GTA, we, depending on where in the GTA, we do not charge for delivery once you purchase online. Well, you can also email us at adi64@gmail.com. We do also do e-transfer, right? So we have now Retire Beard. And for AD64, you can check out AD64 videos. And we have Retire Beard. So Retire Beard do a lot of reviews, food reviews, beverages reviews, and he also do is ponies. Yes. So check out his channel, and he does a lot of lives. So check out his channel and give him the support from Posha Nation. All right. Thank you so much. And that's Retire Beard in the chat. All right, there we go. And we also have KT Pitta. KT does a lot of um, what would I say, unique stuff. Very unique. Hi, Bobby, too. How are you, Cece? Good evening, everyone. Happy that you have joined. Thank you so much for being here. And Cece is our moderator, all right, on this channel. Great. And Katie Peter does a lot of legal stuff, and I like that, and also unique stuff. So check out Katie Peter channel. You may find things that you are interested in. All right, there we go. So shout out again. Shout out. Thank you so much, members. Thank you so much for always supporting. Okay, so Bobby to says, I'm super busy. I just wanted to check in and tell you have a great night. Thank you so much. As I said, Bobby 2 did CC, did live today in our city. In our city. So check out that live. I did not even expect you on tonight because I know whenever you have a live, when you go out and do live, that Saturday night is always a bit challenging. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. And blessings. Adi64 says, blessings, great. I will catch the replay. Love you bunch. Mwah! Love you too. Take care, Bobby too. All right. Thank you so much for stopping by again. And I'm going to put the members link in the chat. All right. There we go. All right, there we go. And there are going to be so much. This year is revolutionary in terms of my community because I really want to focus on my members in my community. So I have been, doing stuff, and I will continue to, there's always a strategy in everything. So I continue to strategize with my members in able to. All right. Bobby 2 says, thanks, Adiz. All right. Wonderful. And so I have things planned for my members for this community. All right. So stay tuned for that. All right. So we are actually getting into tonight's activity. So tonight is our first real conversation, and I want to know you a bit more, and I want you to also know me, right? No pressure at all. So I want to know, join in where you're from. Even in the replay, let me know where you're from. All right. So for me, I am Posha Malcolm. As you already know, I'm a content creator, and I have been in this industry for 2 years now. I have learned that community and consistency are the keys to opening this industry door. Being a community person and also being consistent. And I have found that those two things, they start with CO. Yes, those two things, and they end with Y. You imagine it? Yes. So if you can remember community and consistency, yes, those two things open this industry doors. I'm married to Andel Queenland, and if you see Adi64, that is actually my husband's Andel. He has a plant-based skincare business, and we manage it, we run it together. So you say I'm co-owner then, in a sense. So we, go to different pop-ups, we go to shows and all, and we have an online platform that we use to sell our products on. As I said before, it's a D64 plant-based skincare. So the ingredients are natural ingredients. And the products are really good. We use them. It's not like, we just sell them. No, we use them every day. And we have seen results that it has given to persons. So I just want to plug that in. So I'm married to Andel, and we have a cool story. And one day we'll tell our love story to you, how we met, and what happened after. So hopefully this year we can tell it, and you can tell us what you think about it. So tonight is it's cold, it's raining, but not as cold as it was like a week or two ago. But I live here in Canada, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And it is a family-oriented city, and I like that about it. It's near to Toronto, which is the major city in all of Canada, Toronto. So we live close by, and I would say that we're at a strategic place in Ontario. Why the next question I want to let you know about me is why I started YouTube. I wanted to share my creativity with the world. I started a new career and having that flexibility to be my own boss. I had reached that place where I wanted to do something different. I'm from the corporate world. Administrative management is my profession before, but I wanted to do something different, something that was more flexible, something that I would be more in control of. And so when I didn't know about YouTube like this, and I saw persons in Kenya who were teaching other persons to have a YouTube channel. I started to learn about it. And then I had said, I'm going to get a GoPro. I was still working and everything. That was like the December of the year that I started. I started 2024. I said, okay, I'm going to get a GoPro. And then in January, because, at the end of the year to the beginning, they normally have sales. And I said, okay, I'm going to get a GoPro. I saw a GoPro package. And let me show you what a GoPro looks like. Hold on. Okay, so this is what a GoPro looks like. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so this is what it looks like, right? RJ, welcome. Happy New Year, everyone. Wonderful. Welcome. So I'm just getting to know my members, my community, and I want you to get to know me. So I'm just introducing myself right now. So when I thought about, going into content creation as a profession, at first I just said I'm going to do that, on the side or get into it, but not really as a career, right? But then it's like God said to me when I was like I was delaying buying this GoPro, and the Spirit said, aren't you going to buy the GoPro? I said, yes. And then another time the Spirit came to me again and said, aren't you going to buy the GoPro? And the third time, when the Spirit say to you the third time something, you know that it's serious. And he said, aren't you going to buy the GoPro? And so I decided to get the GoPro. And it happened that I got it in February, and the 19th of February, my would have been my mother's death anniversary. And usually I don't work that day, and usually I would be a bit more reflective. RJ says, when God says something three times, chances are you better do it. I tell you, I've learned that in my Christian walk. I've learned that you better do it when he says it three times. And so I listened. I bought the GoPro, and upon purchasing it, the first time I was going to use it was on the day of my mother's death anniversary. And I went to the Toronto, and I said, let's go because I love fast cars. So, I'm more reflective on that day. Even if it's a working day, I would normally take the time off and just reflect on my mom, reflect on life, reflect on things, right? And so that day he said, let's go. And we went late in the evening, and I had a good time. I didn't even know what to say. And they'll, coach me and said, you can, start by saying this and whatever, you know, came to his mind to say. And then I said, okay. And let me tell you something. It was one of the best, best experience, best feeling, walking around, videoing everything, talking to persons and all of that. And I was in a space that I was comfortable in because I love fast cars. I've been crash turned before. That's when you say crash turn, the vehicle's in this direction and it goes 360 and come back at high speed. So you have to hold up no, I'm not telling anybody to go and do that because it takes a skilled person to do it. And I've been crash turned before, and it's a great experience. In a fast car, crash turning, woo, all right. So, I like fast cars. And then I enjoy myself and all of that. And it happened that the following day, I had to make a decision whether to move on with this company, whether to start a new career, whether to continue in the path that I was on, and all of that. A lot of decisions and things that I had to make a decision, and I made a decision that I was going to go into this new career of content creating and content creation, and I did. I did. It is an experience that I'm going to tell you about, the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, this and that, my journey through it. I'll do a video one day with that. But I can say that it has been a rewarding feeling because I have a creative mind. I'm always looking at something and seeing something creative out of it. My issue is putting all of those things because it's like a multifaceted person. I think about different things, and I would want to do nearly everything that I think about, but it's not possible. So if you're coming into this industry, stick to one thing. If it's Black history, stick to Black history. If it's relaxing music, I'm telling you things that I've done on my channel. If it's relaxing music, stick to relaxing music. Stick to one thing. I did a lot of things that I think that I like, or I think that persons would enjoy, or I think that can impact persons. It is an industry, especially on YouTube platform, that it doesn't really work like that. You have to be consistent on one thing. So yes, there's flexibility, but it still has to blend, right? So if you want to really move fast in this industry, I would advise to do stick to one thing, or stick to something that are things that are correlated. And so I definitely struggle with that because I'm actually doing different things and I have to put out each week different things. So imagine that. But the person who puts out just one thing can easily adjust that one thing and able to continue on that path. So it becomes easier. So I took on the challenging things. I took on a challenging role doing what I did in having different things. So that's just my little take on content creation, right? So I did become my own boss. I did start a new career. God bless 2649. Welcome. Good night, Auntie Portia. Good night, sis. Good night, Mikhail. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. And good night, my sister. That is God dash bless 2649. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. And RJ say, God bless 2649. Hello, hello. So it's the first time that my family will be joining since 2023, that is in St. Mary, Jamaica. So welcome, welcome to the first Saturday night for you, live for you, and may you enjoy what is being presented. So I want to know, as we go along, we want to get to know each other. It's our second Saturday night live. Last week I did some housekeeping, and this week I just want us to get to know each other. So you can tell me, whatever it is that you want to share about you, you can let me know. And the next thing is what matters to me. And God bless says, hello, RJ. Wonderful, wonderful. What matters to me? The first thing I must say is that I am a daughter of God and I carry myself as such. I try to do the best that I can. I try to respect people. I try my best to follow after the footstep of Jesus Christ. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't unkind. He wasn't, you know, um, he didn't treat people a certain way. So I try my best as a daughter of God to follow his example. I try to humble myself because he said when he found out that he was in the fashion of a man, he humbled himself. He humbled himself. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in the world is that we're not humble. And I try to be humble in all situations, not all. I try to be humble in all situations, but sometimes you don't achieve that. So I'm not saying that I am perfect. I'm not perfect. As you can see, I am not perfect. This is me. This is all of Portia. And someone may look at me and say, she thinks you're perfect here. Mm-mm. I'm human just like you, but I have made a decision. I've made a decision because God says, be ye perfect even as I am perfect. Therefore, we can strive for that perfection. We can strive for it. And I do strive because I'm walking in the footstep of Christ, and his righteousness, his perfection covers my flaw, my imperfections, right? So that's how I think about it. And as I said before, I try at all time to be a child of God. I'm more so a daughter of God. Another, what also matters to me is a family, faith, community, creativity, and ever learning. And ever learning. So God has blessed me with a husband. I wasn't looking for one, but He said this is the time for it. And by faith, I am walking that journey. Nothing is easy. If I tell her that we have a perfect marriage or we don't have a perfect marriage, I would say that God is in the midst of us, and that right early. God is in the midst of us, and He is leading us. And I pray that He continue to lead us. My faith, I believe in God, and I believe that His plans for me are perfect, that His plan is far above what I can even imagine. As I said, I was called into this industry because He told me to get the GoPro. Yes, I was considering, doing this as a side also as a side thing, not even to be monetized or anything, but just to bring up my creativity to the world. But He has called me for a bigger purpose than that. And I've found a community that I love. I've found a community that is supportive, that is kind, even when I have low days, knowing that on a Saturday night I can come, I can meet with you, and we can have a good time. I appreciate that. I am blessed. Hi, Divine. How are you? Yes, Portia. Thank you so much for joining. And please check out Divine. She has some, very spiritual um, content that you can benefit from. Yes. And also, God Bless does have a channel. She's, you know, trying to get that up and running back again after Hurricane Melissa. RJ said, we are all on different journeys. I tell you, RJ, we are. But God is wonderful. He knows how to channel us, how to guide us. And Divine says, good to see you. Yes, it's awesome to know that you have joined us tonight. Addictive movie codes. Welcome. Welcome. Wonderful product. Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Addictive Movie Codes, for being here. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm serious. When I tell you I'm serious, I have my clipboard and I have my thing where I write down whenever I watch the movie, to be honest with you, because I have to make sure everybody get a fair chance of me being on their channel. And as I said, each week I want to be able to cover a lot of grounds. So I'm very serious. So I got myself a clipboard and I have myself a form that I fill out and I write my community channel, and also, that I watch their videos. So I'm keeping accountability, as I promise that I will be in tune. So if I don't get to you, I am going to be getting to you. So no problem about that. So I'm just going to write, I'm just going to write addictive movies because I don't have you here. So what I'll do is to tune in into your channel, addictive movie codes. Yes, I have to be purpose driven. So this is one way that I do my accountability. I am, you know, yes. So addictive code says, hi, I like your name. I'm addictive to movies. Yes, pick up yourself and thank you so much. Yes, addictive movies. I will be tuning to those. All right. And Divine, thank you for the big up and big up yourself as well. So I just give you a shout out to all of you being on. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. BTW skincare products brighten my skin and I'm obsessed. I tell you, they're really nice and they're gentle. I like that about them, that they have this gentle, you know, the creams, they are so gentle on your skin. I like that. And we have a sale going on at adiz64.com. Let me just put it in the chat again, adiz64.com. There we go. And Addictive Movie says, RJ, thanks. It's a good pastime. All right. Yes, please let us support each other's channel as we go along. All right. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. So another thing is ever learning. I believe Chris, you know that I just just thought about you. Just thought about you. I said I don't see Chris as yet. Hello, Portia. Welcome, Chris. I appreciate you being here one more Saturday night. So Cece had to go because she had a live today in her city and Wichita, um, I think Kansas, in Kansas. So she had to go because usually that's like a long day, right? So you just want to relax, so you just want to go to bed early or stuff like that, whatever it is. I know that normally it's a lot on the body to be out. RJ says, addictive cause. It is, I also draw and write stories and movies, as specifically animated and fantasy are my inspiration. So addictive core probably could do a little, fantasy for RJ. We'll see about that. All right, so RJ, you can tune into addictive movie quotes and see what is there. All right, you may like one and well, you might like a lot of things that you see. So that's good. Thank you so much for doing that. So check out Addictive Quotes. And I continue to give God thanks for all of you being here. All of you, being, when I say here tonight, but more so on this channel. I appreciate it a lot. So the next thing that matters to me is learning, ever learning. I learned so much from you, and I know you have learned from me. I love books. I have a lot of books. Um, a lot of them I haven't read as yet, and that's something that I really want to be able to continuously reading. Sometimes there are 2, 3 books that I have that I'm reading, in a week, in a month, and I love learning. For me, I love researching, I love knowing things. Yes. And addictive movie code says, RJ, I like animate and fantasy with a little action. I will check out your page. So RJ doesn't have a page yet. As soon as he does, I'm sure he will let you know addictive movie codes. So RJ, this year we have to work on that one, right? We're going to zero in on what you can do. So we'll talk about that. Something that he's going to school right now, so something that he can manage while going to school, but something that he can pick up after school in a more, in a with more time, with more content and so forth. So we'll talk about that because as I said, in content creation, I've learned that focusing on one thing is so much better than focusing on several things, right? Type of content. So that's something that we can look into for RJ. So addictive movies at the moment, I have no content, but I got a Instagram. All right. So RJ, if you want to share your Instagram handle, you can do that. All right. And I'll also check it out as well. All right. So if you don't know, I'm also on Instagram. I do a little bit different, but because it's shorter content, so I do little snippets, little other things than what you see on my shorts. So my shorts is just Black history, but on my Instagram I do a lot more things, shorter contents than what's on my YouTube channel. All right, one thing people might not know about me. I'm a good packer. I love to pack. I pack suitcase. I pack shelves. I pack if it's a little space and something need to go, even if I have to take out and rearrange, yes, it's going to fit. I'm that kind of a person. I love to pack stuff. I was even thinking of doing packing in the night because I'm really good at it. I was thinking that maybe I can do that as a side also to, pack shelf for somewhere or so in the night, because it's a gift that I find that God has given to me as a packer. Yeah, I can pack spaces very well. I can, you know, yeah. So that's something that you don't know about me. Yeah, packing. And what I hope for this community. For me, for this community, I would say my hope for this community is to experience the love of God. Addictive Code says, RJ, you should post. I am sure a lot of people would love your content. I need to post more often also. Consistency. Consistency. It doesn't have to be long, but to be putting out content. So, say for example, you can only put out content 1 or 2 times for the week. Let persons know that content is going to be out on this day or that day, and content is going to be 2 times for the week. They're expecting that. Right? But if you're somebody who posts different times, then they're expecting that in the week they'll find stuff coming out from you. So you don't really have to let them know that they'll find stuff coming out, because you're posting consistent. Every week you post several stuff. So they look out for you with that. But if you don't post regularly, let them know. It's like it tells you that you're still in the game, you're still here, but you only post 2 times for the week or 1 time for the week, so they'll expect that, right? And that will keep them coming back. I do post, and most of my followers are my friends from high school, university, and some from my local church. Okay. All right. So that means, RJ, you're posting on Instagram. Therefore, what you post on Instagram, maybe you can, if you that's what you want to do for content, you can post it on your YouTube as well. So if you post on Instagram, those what you post, you can post it as shorts. But as I said, I would love to be able to talk with you and go through with you what content you're more comfortable with, because it all depends too on the content that you're comfortable with. Is it going to be something that is consistent? Meaning, are you always going to have content to post? Is it something that you're passionate about? Is it a topic or area that you love, that you're comfortable in? So there are different things, questions to ask, different concerns, different things that you may need to take into consideration when you're opening a YouTube channel and being consistent. And Addictive Movie says, RJ, sounds good. I will give your page a follow. Wonderful. And RJ, I don't know your handle, but I'll search for your name, because usually it is the name that you can find. Not most times people give their handles, their Instagram page, different handles. All right. Okay. All right. So that's good. That connection is being made, and that's great. That's wonderful. So that's what I want to see. I would love for my community to experience the love of God and share love, knowledge, hope, and overcoming challenges together. It's so important for this to happen, because, as I said before, that I've found this community to be a great community, and we support each other, we are there for each other, and that makes me feel so happy. And I want us to continue to love, to share knowledge, wisdom, understanding, hope, and overcome challenges too. On this channel, we have seen different things that we have discussed that have been concerns, and how we dealt with them, and ways and means in which we can, you know, help each other up. And that's what I want for us on this platform, on this channel, type in Mackenzie Animations. That's my page. All right. I'm going to check it out. All right. Say underscore animation, Instagram, IG. All right. So I checked that out. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And please, when you go to RJ's Instagram page, just follow. Give him that support. Wonderful. All right. Tell me where you're joining from, like the city or the country. Let me know where you're joining from. Where are you joining from? Let me know in the chat where you're joining from. You can just put the city or you can put the country where you're joining from. I appreciate that. So, RJ, I'm joining from Canada, specifically Milton, Ontario. All right, wonderful. And I know RJ, I've been to his church. Yes, and he's a wonderful young man. Yes, so I know RJ from that. So RJ is in Canada. All right, cool. Let me know. As I said, this is to get to know you. It's no hurry, no pressure. You don't want to say, that's all right. You don't have to give, like details like which city, but you can give like the country, or you can give the city. Some cities we don't know. So I want you to be comfortable, telling me where you're from. All right. Next question that I love for me, as I said before, I am in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. So RJ is in Milton, but I'm in Mississauga. That's another city. All right. One word that describes you right now. One word that describes you right now. Tell me one word. So you can tell me where you're joining from. You can tell me one word that describes you right now. One word. So for me, the word that describes me right now is can't say sunshine because the sun not shining. It has been such a rainy day all week. It has been raining and the snow have melted. I was thinking for persons who don't know snow, Chris says that he's from Brantford. All right, thank you so much for that. So Chris is from Brantford. Wonderful. And RJ say he's tired. The day was gray and I felt tired. I was thinking about that, RJ. I believe it's because of that. Because I felt tired today. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? But yes, it happens. And I think Blue Day is what, the 20th of January? I think that's like the coolest day. I think so. Let me ask. The coolest day in January is when in Canada? So they say that the coolest days in January in Canada usually fall in the second to third week of the month, though it varies by region. Southern Ontario often see its coldest stretch from January the 15th to the 21st, while Winnipeg is around January the 10th to the 16th, and the East Coast feels it later, late January into early February. So that means the 15th to the 21st. Yes, I know around the 20th is one of the coolest day of the year. So Chris says tired too. It's the weather. It's the season. Yes, we call it winter blue. blues, winter blues. Yes. And that is the reason why we should have plants. I'm going to show you the plant that I have. You should have some form of greenery. It's supposed to be green on your wall, or green plants, or something green, because we are used to greenery. It's advisable that we have some form of greenery in your house. So this is the plant that I look at, and when I look at it, it gives me calmness and it gives me solitude, that I'm seeing live stuff. Because the trees outside, they don't have any leaves unless it is an evergreen tree. They don't have any leaves. The leaves are gone. It look like a tree that has been dried up, but the roots are still alive, and they're just sucking in all the snow water. When the snow melts, it goes to the root and nourish the root of the tree. So that's what we're experiencing. The winter blues makes you tired, makes you drowsy, and stock up on some good soup. Soup will help to get you through, and some tea. This is my tea. I had some tea before I came on, and a little left. So that will help carry you through the winter. RJ say, I was planning on reading, but it was so great I felt drained. Yes. Yes. So get something green in your room, in your house, if you don't have already. That really helps to give you that balance, to bring you back. Yes, to make you feel alive. Greenery. And it was someone who wrote a book on it, who wrote a book about, psychologically, how winter affects you. He actually came to our church, and he was talking about it. He said he wrote a book. I don't remember the name of the book, but he was explaining that to us, and I always remember it. So I have a plant in the office, and we have a plants in the house, and that really helps. Yes, that really helps. So RJ says, I will check it out in a moment. Great. Addictive Codes says, I will check it out in a moment. Yes, RJ says, Addictive Codes, thank you. And Chris says, cozy tea. Yes, tea is always good. I love tea and I love soup. I love to cook soup in the winter. I'm great at soup, and you can cook different types of soup, and you can also do broth. The one where, for example, you have the squash, you can steam it and then you blend it, and then you put, what do you call it, your different seasonings. So you blend out everything, you seasoning, you put the season, you put the onion, the scallion, and you blend it, and you cook it. You get your broth, right? And if you're cooking other things, what you can do is, those little pieces that are left back from your vegetable, from your stuff that you cut to put in your food, you can actually put them and make a broth, make soup from them, so you don't really waste anything, right? Yeah, soup is always good. I love soup. I love soup. Love soup. Yes. How did you find this channel? How did you actually find my channel? Let me know in the chat. How did you find my channel? I would love to know. Chocolate tea is for comfort. Yes, but you can also put I love chocolate. I used to love chocolate so much, but I've found that chocolate can be addictive, and also it has stuff in it. So I prefer teas, because you're getting herbs properties from that. Yes, so for me, as I said, I love chocolate tea, love it, especially when Andel prepares it. right? I love that. I love it. But and okay, but thank you. Yes, chocolate in a winter time, tempting. It's nice. It's really nice. And then you have cocoa, which in Jamaica we call chocolate tea. So the cocoa is a little bit different from the chocolate that we would normally use. And Andel does I think the best cocoa tea. So big up yourself, Andel, for that. For having the best chocolate cocoa tea. Yes, and it has good benefits too. RJ says, from you, Portia. Thank you, RJ. Yes, I introduced my channel to him. As I said, I visited his church and we got to talk. And Chris says, from the Victoria Inn video. Yes, I remember that, Chris. So if you haven't seen it as yet, one is live and one is some long time ago that I did. If you go to my playlist, you may see it as one of the first videos, Victoria Inn. So we visited for Anders' birthday in June 2024. That's when I started content creation, and we went to Victoria Inn. I tell you, that weekend was that week before going, we never knew we were going to make it. Never knew we were going to get to make it. But everything does work out. God just worked it out. And we really had a good time. And we showcased the room and how it looks. So if you're thinking about going to Niagara Falls, where Victoria Inn is, you can literally see the fall, right? So it's a great view. So check out that video, Victoria Inn video. Thank you so much, Chris, for letting us know where you saw my channel. And Chris says, yes, chocolate, Ovaltine. I remember Ovaltine. And in Jamaica, we have Ovaltine biscuit. Yes. So chocolate is... Yes, chocolate is addictive. So I've broken myself out of it and tried to just have tea instead of chocolate. But the cocoa tea, if you can get your hands on the cocoa, yes, that is even more beneficial than the chocolate. So Chris, if I get my hands on some chocolate from Jamaica, yes, I'll be sending some for you, all right? So you can experience the cocoa. The cocoa tea is like chocolate, but it has more benefits than the chocolate. But chocolate tea in winter, very comforting, very, very comforting. All right, thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna talk about, what do you value most right now? Is it peace, growth, faith, rest, joy, family, country, community? What do you value right now? For me, what I value right now is peace of mind, mental stability. Because as I said, I deal with I deal with my husband's business, and with dealing with his business, it takes on different platforms, different things. As I said, we do events and we have an online business, so it takes on different things. And plus, I have my channel, I have a peace of mind. So God blesses peace of mind. Yes, peace of mind for me, mental stability is so important because of the different things that I do, different platforms, the different things that I undertake with the business and also with my channel, YouTube channel, Instagram. I'd put Instagram, on the back burner because I was dealing with my YouTube channel, trying to focus on getting monetized, trying to focus on having something coming in. But let me tell you, If that's what you go on YouTube for, just to make a buck, mm-mm. Don't think about it like that. Think about serving your community. That is more rewarding than waiting on the financial part to come through. Because even though, unless you're getting millions of views, then you say you're getting something from YouTube. And that is the reason why persons do other side hustles, right? They call it hustles because you do different things too. Yeah, so you can't just stick to YouTube and say, this is where my income is coming from. It's not going to work. So, yes, peace of mind for me. That's a tough question. I guess it's faith for me. All right, faith. Having having faith. Is it having faith in God, what you believe in? Having faith that things going to turn out right, you know? What aspect of faith are you talking about? What aspect of faith? And while you're clarifying faith, would you I'm just going to share the next question. What are you open to receive in this season of your life? What are you open to receive in this season of your life? So we have 2 minutes to go, but yeah, we have 2 minutes to go. Then I'm going to do something that is more, and then we can wrap up. Yes. I'm trying to keep it within a hour so that it's Saturday night, so you can do other things that you want to do, so you can connect and support other channels that you may want to support and stuff like that. Yes. RJ say, is having faith in myself, the confidence. I sometimes doubt myself. Thank you so much for explaining that. Yes, because faith, it takes on different aspects. And I'm happy that you have explained that. So faith in yourself and confidence. And one of the things I can suggest, even as a content creator, to be able to come before you, to talk with you. It was challenging and hard in the beginning. Even the first time I did it at that Toronto car show. And after that, even sometimes going live, it is so challenging to come before the camera and all of that. But one thing you can practice is to use the mirror that you have at home. Just look in it, speak to yourself. You don't have to answer yourself, because they say when you answer is a sign of madness, right? But I don't believe in that. But I believe that you can look at yourself. The more you are looking at yourself, is the more you appreciate yourself, is the more confident you feel, is the more you have eye contact, right? Because you're making eye contact with you. So you can try that and let me know how it works out this week. If you feel any different, if it has any impact on you, just look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself, say, I'm a handsome dude. Yeah, I'm a handsome guy, Yeah. And yeah, be positive. Like it's somebody else, but it's actually you. And you're looking at and that helps to develop your confidence. Yes. So Chris says peace of mind. Yes, peace of mind for sure. So we have been getting a lot of peace of mind. It is so important even at this time that we're living in. RJ says I need to do that more often because I still get nervous in front of certain people. So it helps looking yourself in the mirror, being comfortable looking at you does have a positive impact on yourself and your self-confidence. Try that this week, looking at yourself, and if you're comfortable enough, talk to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, go on with the thing, Portia. Yeah, man. I like that. Keep it up. Yeah. So you're affirming yourself. And you have to affirm yourself before somebody can really truly, you can really truly appreciate other persons affirming you. So you have to affirm yourself, thinking of yourself, you know, how would I say? You're seeing you and you are appreciating you. You're appreciating what you see. That helps to lift your self confidence for sure. For sure. All right, RJ's, yes. All right, so work on that, RJ, for this week and let me know next week how that is. And any of you who tries it, you know, look in the mirror, talk to yourself, be comfortable looking at yourself. It does have an impact. All right, so I'm going to ask just one or two things, coffee or tea. Which one do you prefer? And God blesses. And when you worship and praise God, it helps give us faith and confidence and much more, RG. Yes, it does. That's a very big thing. When you know that you have the, how would I say it? It lifts your spirit for one. It gives you that confidence to know that you have the God who created everything on your side, that you know him. It really does help lift your spirit and make you more confident. So worship him this week and talk to him. Tell him about what you want to accomplish. Write it down too. Yes. And worship and praise God. So thank you. God bless for 2649 for putting that in. I really appreciate that. And RJ says, yes, knowing I can rely on the Lord gives me that encouragement. It does. It does lift your spirit. It does, because I've seen where, I don't feel so hot in myself to even, you know, come online. But once I pray, I try to pray every time coming on. But once I pray, nervous before, but when I pray, I find that I'm more relaxed and I am more able to project myself. So it does help. It does help. All right. Chris says coffee, but drink too much. Put little cinnamon in it. What's who told me that? CC told me that. Put cinnamon in it, and cinnamon, it has some properties that helps with sugar, that helps with your how would I say? I'm trying to find the word. But cinnamon has a lot of properties that will help your digestive system, that will help your body relaxing and stuff like that. So it will give your coffee also a little flavor. And what you can do, you can probably try cinnamon without the coffee and see how that tastes, because cinnamon really does have a nice flavor. Yes, RJ says, especially as a young person in university, I can be in a maze. Okay, I understand. I understand. And then you're seeing so many persons around, so many young people, so many things. You sometimes even become overwhelmed. So I would say pray whenever you feel, you feel a certain way, tension and all of that. Pause, breathe, pray, and worship. And look yourself. Make those affirmations. Talk. It says David says that he encouraged himself. What him have to do? He have to talk to himself. Tell himself that God has given me my hands to war. He has helped me to jump over a high wall. Right? So he encouraged himself in the Lord. So that will help. Those pointers will help you, and anyone who has this sort of experience, these things will help you. But it is something that you can overcome. And the more you grow, the more you become confident. That's something too. You have some persons long time then confident because them parents, have that confidence and that nurture from their look so they grow up. While some is just a part of their character. So it's easier for some to have it while some persons don't. So you have to, like how you learn to do this, you learn to do that, you have to learn to encourage yourself to to develop and to grow into who you want to be. And for me, as I said, I never knew how to do content creation in terms of going before camera, talking and showing this and all that. But the more I do it, is the more natural it becomes. So there are things that we can learn, we can harness, and it will become natural over time to us. All right. All right, let's see again. RJ says, God bless, says, reduce weight too. Yes, weight can affect us as well with our confidence. And RJ says, tea for me. Coffee smell is amazing, but I'm not a big fan. I tried Ethiopian coffee and it was good. I've never tried that. I've never tried coffee, guys, because it has caffeine in it. So that's the reason why I don't drink coffee, because it has caffeine. But I remember one point in time I had to make, like, for the day, 2 batches of coffee. I was working at a place that the persons, and I worked with just pure men. The only person that was a female was the office attendant, the person who helped to clean up the place. And they loved their coffee. They loved their coffee. And so I had to make the coffee for them. Right? So, yes, 2, 3 batches for the day, morning, noon, and even. Yes, they love the coffee. RJ says, okay, so that is tea for RJ. And Chris says, yes, cinnamon in coffee, or I just eat it, or on a rice pudding. Rice pudding. Let me tell you, got a reawakening when they talk about pudding in America or pudding in Canada. It's not the pudding that my sister knows that our mom used to bake. It's not that kind of pudding. It's of a softer texture. So yes, ours is it's firmer and it's made from potato or what do you call it? Can make from potato, sweet potato, um, cornmeal or cassava, right? And you can even use yam to make a pudding in Jamaica. So I know it's a little bit different. Then we have Chris saying, okay, Chris says, African coffee is good. Caffeine, bad addiction. Yes, it can be addicting. Just as I said with the chocolate tea, it can be addicting. Hot chocolate is my everything. Even when I'm 88, I will be drinking hot chocolate. RJ, I don't think you'll be drinking all that hot chocolate because your children may be the one drinking it for you, right? So but I understand. As I said, I used to be addicted to hot chocolate. Love it even though I still loved hot chocolate, but I have controlled myself with it. I go for cocoa, yes, which is more natural, and also I do my teas. Yes, I do my herb teas. I can either use the bag, but I mostly like the plants, the leaves and the roots of the herbs. That's what I do. Chris says that sounds so good. Sweet potato, you love it. love it, Chris. Sweet potato, you love it. As we talk about that, maybe I might make one and show you how it looks. But the sweet potato, I would have to buy it from a Jamaican store to able to get the Jamaican sweet potato, which is different from the Canadian sweet potato. The Canadian sweet potato is more on the softer side, while the Jamaican sweet potato is firmer, and that is what we use to make the sweet potato. God bless says women should not consume a lot of coffee. Me and you, RJ, 100 years, I will be enjoying chocolate. All right. All right, that is it. That is it. All right, so that is it for tonight. So we love our chocolate, tea, and we love our coffee. Yes, I will put cinnamon in the coffee, right? And we try to reduce that so that we don't have to deal with a lot of not being able to sleep when we want to sleep and able to relax. So, yeah. So we have some stuff that we can do for this week. And then next week we'll see how that goes, right? Next week, I think we'll be doing some quizzes and all of that. Come prepare for that. Should be exciting. I have my little board to keep score. All right. So that should be exciting. Stay tuned for that. And we have God bless saying, sis, I know the pudding, buy it. And God bless it, says, I am making some now. What in that saying? So may I talk up the things them. Remember to send over mine. RJ say, God bless is a drink I had since I was little. I tell you, chocolate tea. And Bulk Barn, they do sell the mixture for chocolate tea. So it, yeah, you get it. Yeah. All right, so that's it. I would love myself some cocoa tea right now, but I don't have any. So if you're from Jamaica, let me know if you're drinking some cocoa tea tomorrow morning and with some banana in it. Yeah, so there's a special way of boiling the cocoa. Yes, God bless says yummy. And Chris says, yeah, yum. God bless. I tell you, she is an excellent cook. My sister is the one that has gotten my mother's hands. I've seen my sister cook with limited seasoning and it come out really good that you want to done the plate with what she give. So I know that that potato pudding should taste really good. One day you never know. We can link up even in Jamaica at a Airbnb for the weekend for the what do you call it? Our villas, yes? Our villa. Yes, we may probably able to have a retreat. Never know. I'm just thinking about the community, how we can, be there, or we can share, how we can progress. Yes, I would love that. The retreat. So would have a complex that we can book out. Yes. And we can able to share together. Everybody have their own space. Yes, and I think I know the perfect place for that right there in Otrius, Jamaica. That would be great. So think about it, maybe down in the year or maybe next year, we don't know. We could have that trip. Yes. It's just crossing my mind as we're talking now that a retreat would be nice. RJ says, before I'm 35, I want to learn how to make roti. I am going to send you the recipe. RJ, but I think my sister can tell you as well. Chris says that would be so nice. Yes, it would be lovely. It would be lovely, Chris. As I said, I'm thinking about overall for my community, how, what not saying? God bless says made roti for dinner. And what you not saying? You're killing our appetite tonight. Oh my gosh. God bless it with curry chicken with curry chicken. Boy. Oh, that must be nice. I don't know about the curry chicken because I don't eat the chicken like that anymore. But I know it should be good. Mouth watering now. RJ says, God bless. Awesome. My favorite. All right. So you see, if we go to, wow, it's now 9:17, guys. If we go to Jamaica for a retreat, all of those goodies we'll get. Same roti as India. Yes, it's similar because roti persons migrate to India to help with the farming. And so they brought their spices and all of that, and roti was one of the dishes that they brought. Yes, so roti from India. And God bless the RJ is in my kitchen. Yes, he is. He is. What? What tea? Yes, on pot cover and all. All right. I told her my sister is good at with the cooking. I really love her cooking. I'm more on the baking side. I love to bake, but I don't love to cook. But I can. Yes. And I love to cook soup. Yes. And RJ says, God bless. Yep, I will be eating all, not sparing one. Right, I like that. I like that. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the active conversations. I really appreciate it. God bless you. Laugh out loud. I really do appreciate all of you being here. I am happy that I can come on a Saturday night, no matter what goes on in the day. When it comes to the Saturday night, I appreciate because my spirit is always lifted to have this community. So thank you very much. Tonight has been our first conversation. It's definitely not our last. Thank you for trusting this space. Let us say our confirmation together. Grounded in purpose, covered in grace, moving forward in faith. And remember, with God, all things are possible. One love, God bless, and I'll see you next Saturday night. Look out for tomorrow for a soulful Sunday to relax your mind, body, and soul. Have a wonderful evening. Big up yourself, RJ. Big up yourself, God bless. Big up yourself, Chris Shipam. Big up yourself, Divine. Big up yourself. Let me go in through it again. Addictive movie quotes. Big up yourself, AD64 and Bobby 2. Big up yourself. Although she came on, but she couldn't stay. So thank you all who have been watching, and those who have also watched and participated. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And RJ says, one love. Good night. Mwah. Good night. Take care until next Saturday night. And remember to watch the previous live, which was our first one for the year 2026. Take care. See you.